Hey everyone, and welcome back to Beyond the Basics. I'm Mohammed Bilal. Today, we're talking about something that, let's be honest, can feel like a huge headache: mid-study changes. But here's the thing, they're gonna happen. It's a guarantee. The real question is, are you ready to flip that challenge into a moment that actually defines your career? Let's jump in.
You know, anyone can follow a plan when everything's going smoothly. That's the easy part. But your real value, what makes you stand out as an intermediate data manager, well, that's proven when things go sideways. It's not just about knowing the tech. It's about your ability to lead through that complexity with a steady hand. That's what's going to set you apart.
All right, so let's get one thing straight right away. Our goal here is not to stop changes from happening. I mean, that's impossible, right? The real goal is to master them. It's all about shifting your mindset, moving away from that panicked, reactive mode and into a strategic, repeatable process that puts you and your team firmly back in control.
Okay, so where do we start? The first, and I mean the most critical step, is always a deep impact analysis. Seriously, before anyone even thinks about writing a line of code, you have to be the calm captain of the ship. You spot that unexpected current, and before you even touch the wheel, you take a breath and figure out exactly how it's going to affect the entire journey.
First up, timelines. You've got to ask yourself, which of our big milestones are going to take a hit here? And I'm not just talking about the database build itself. Think bigger. What about UAT? What about the schedules for training the sites? Or the data review cycles? Heck, even the dates for that crucial interim analysis could be at risk.
Next, you got to think about the money, the budget. Every single change has a price tag. You've got extra programming hours, maybe some new vendor fees, or the cost of your downstream teams having to redo work. You have to put a number on this stuff. It's absolutely crucial if you want to get your stakeholders to sign off on it.
And finally, let's talk deliverables. The database, that's just one piece of the puzzle. You have to think about every single document and artifact this change is going to touch. We're talking CRFs, edit check specs, the DMP, all the training materials. I mean, the list can get really long, and you absolutely cannot afford to miss a single thing.
Okay, let's make this real with a quick case study. Imagine a protocol amendment adds just one new concomitant medication category. Seems simple, right? Wrong. This one little change creates a huge cascade of impacts. All of a sudden, you need new fields on your forms, new edit checks, you got to update the metric coding rules, retrain all the sites, and you might even have to recode data that's already in the system. That's the ripple effect, right there in action.
So to make sure you don't miss any of this, here's a quick checklist you can use every single time a change request comes in. These 4 questions will walk you through it. You'll define the change, figure out who's affected, scope out all the tech work, and this is the big one, it gets you thinking about how to protect the study, how to manage the risk right from the get-go.
All right, so you've done your impact analysis, it's been approved. Now what? Now we move into execution. And look, a great plan is totally useless without great coordination. So let's talk about how you bring all your key partners together to get this change rolled out smoothly.
Your communication here has got to be structured. There's a flow to it. Step 1, you give your EDC programmer specs that are absolutely crystal clear. No ambiguity. Step 2, you get ahead of the game and notify your external vendors about any shifts in data structure or timing. And then step 3, you circle back with your stats and clinical teams to double-check that the change still gives them what they need for their analyses. See, every step has a purpose.
So if we go back to our case study, you can see how this coordination plays out. The EDC programmer gets the spec and starts updating the forms. The coding team gets brought in to check the impact on the dictionary, and the external vendor gets looped in to make sure their data feed is still aligned. Boom, boom, boom. Everyone knows exactly what they need to do.
And hey, here's a pro tip you can literally start using tomorrow. While you're in that implementation window, run short, daily stand-up meetings. Just 15 minutes. Use a simple, visible board. It can be digital, it can be a whiteboard, whatever, and track the tasks, who owns them, and what the status is. It creates this incredible sense of clarity and accountability, especially when things are moving really fast.
Okay, we've analyzed the impact, we've coordinated the team. The final piece of this puzzle? Documentation. You have to document everything. And trust me, this is not just about paperwork. It's about creating an audit-proof trail that proves you managed this change with total control and foresight.
And the difference here is, it's just night and day. An unmanaged change? That's just chaos, confusion, audit risks, and a really frustrated team. But a managed change, that brings control, clarity, and confidence. This is the difference between, frankly, an amateur approach and a professional one. And this is where you really prove your worth.
So what's a key tool for this? The changelog. Seriously, think of it as the official storybook for every single change made in your study. It answers the what, who, when, and why for any question that might come up later, especially in an audit. It is absolutely 100% essential.
So, to wrap up our case study, let's look at what the final deliverables look like. On the documentation side, you've got your approved DMP addendum, the annotated CRF is updated to the new version, and the validation summary is all filed away. Then for communication, a formal change notice goes out to every stakeholder, and a simple 2-page quick guide goes to the sites so they know what's up. And just like that, the loop is closed. Done.
Okay, let's pull this all together. What does this all mean for you? Mastering mid-study changes, this isn't just another bullet point for your resume. This is the skill. This is the thing that elevates you from being a task manager to being a true strategic leader on your team.
So I want you to ask yourself this question, honestly. Right now, in your role, are you just completing tasks that are handed to you? Or are you the one anticipating challenges, coordinating the solutions, and actually guiding the data strategy for the study? Your answer to that question, well, that tells you everything about your path forward.
And that transition, that's what this is all about. When you use calm analysis, structured coordination, and clean documentation, you're doing more than just protecting data integrity. You're building your team's confidence in you. You're proving to everyone around you, without a shadow of a doubt, that you are ready to take the lead.
All right, that's our time for today. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you'll be notified of new episodes. Videos go live every Monday at 8 a.m. EST. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.